Hello everyone, this is Professor Shaista Khanum from Electronics and Telecommunication Department. I'll be introducing you the components which are used in your BEE practicals. So, first of all, we'll start with the basic components. Basically, the components are divided into two types, passive component and active components. Passive component are the resistors, capacitors, inductors and diodes. Here, first resistors. Resistance is nothing but, see, resistance is offered by a resistor. Now what is resistance? Resistance is opposition to a flow of current. So a component which is having this property is called as resistor. Resistor is a element which is dissipating power. So mainly resistor is providing a opposition to the flow of current. So if the value of resistor increases, then the opposition is to the flow of current is increasing. That means the less current is going to flow. So if the resistance is more, then the current flowing is less. Resistor is dissipating power. Resistor value is unit is ohms, and sometimes it is kilo ohms or mega ohms. Kilo is 10 raised to 3, mega is 10 raised to 6. So 10 kilo ohm, 5 kilo ohm, 1 mega ohms. In this way, we specify the value of the resistor. Now, resistor values 1K, 10K, 5K, these resistor values are nothing but we can identify the resistor value depending upon the color bands on a resistor. So how the color band, you can see there are different types of resistors: 4 band color code, 5 band color code, 6 band color code. So depending upon that, how many bands are there, its coding technique is there. So before for that, first of all, what we do, we'll see one rule. A very common rule is used, that is, you can remember this color code by remembering this code. So this is BB Roy, Great Britain, has very good vibe. So I've not written his. So BB Roy. So this is nothing but black, brown, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, violet, gray and white. So black is nothing but 0. It's having a code of 0. Brown is having a code of 1. Red is 2, orange is 3, 4 is yellow, green is 5. So in this way we have 0 to 9 color codes, and this is nothing but golden. So this is one more band is there on a resistor, which is called as tolerance band. Now first of all, we'll see what are the colors. So here we have a golden band which is having a tolerance band of 5%, and silver tolerance band of 10%. And if we don't have any band, then we consider it a color band, then we consider a tolerance of 20%. We'll understand this thing one by one. Now first of all, if we remember this color code, now how to decode this, how to find out the resistor value. Now here you can see this is a 4 band resistor. See, this is nothing but on right side you have only one band. This is a golden band. So this is nothing but what called as tolerance band. So the three bands are near to each other. So these are nothing but representing the value of the resistor, and this golden color, this tolerance band, is nothing but what will give you the tolerance. First of all, we'll see how to decode it. So this is nothing but first two band is giving the number. So this is A and B is giving a number into, and the third band is giving you the index. So you can see A is brown. So brown is having a code of 1. 2 is red. So red is 2. So I've written 1, 2 into 10 raised 2. C is nothing but, C is a green color. Green is having a code of 5. So it is 10 raised to 5. So 12 into 10 raised to 5. 12 into 10 raised to 5 is nothing but 1200 K. So this is nothing but what? In this way we can find out the value of the resistance. Now what is the meaning of this plus minus 5%? Plus minus 5% is nothing but if we calculate the 5% of this 12K, so that much of variation plus minus is possible. For example, if I'll take a very simple example, if I consider a resistance value of 100 ohm, and if it is having a tolerance of 5%, so that means 5% of 100 ohm is 5 ohm. So that means plus minus 5 ohms in 100. So that means the resistance value can vary from 95 ohms to 105 ohms. So that is nothing but water tolerance. So this much of change in resistance value is allowed. So that much change can be tolerated. So it, how much tolerance, it depends on this fourth band. So if it is golden, 5%, silver 10%, and if there is no band, then it is 20%. So doing the calculation for your circuit, the resistance exact value is also very important, because if you are taking a value of 10K and if it is not exactly 10K, definitely the value of your theoretical and the practical calculations will mismatch, mean there will be a small difference. So in, if you are getting in a reading there's a small difference, then you can understand that this is also one of the reason for not getting the exact value of theoretical and practical. I said one of the reason. So there are many reasons for not getting the exact theoretical and practical reading. So this is one of the reason for not getting the exact value, as theoretical and practical are not matching. So this is a exercise. You can see here it is brown, black and brown, and this fourth band is nothing but a golden band. So everyone can find out what is the value of the resistor, and you can write in a comment box. So this is an exercise for you. Now resistor rating. Now first of all, what do you mean by rating? Rating is nothing but, see, when you go to the market, so when you buy the things, you mention, you see, when you're buying something, it is, you need to mention what you want. So when you are buying anything, so you need to mention some of the parameters of what you want to buy. So that is nothing but simple language. You can say it is a rating. So if I'm going to buy a register, see, register, we see, definitely I'll tell the shopkeeper that I want a register of 1 kilo ohm. But 1 kilo ohm is not only sufficient. Along with 1 kilo ohm, you also need to mention ki what is a power rating. What is a power rating of a resistor? So power rating of a resistor is 1 by 8, 1 by 4, that is quarter watt, half watt, 1 watt, 2 watt, 3 watt. So in this way the resistor values are available. So what is the meaning of this? This is nothing but, if you take a quarter watt resistor, that is nothing but what, 0.25 watt resistor. So this indicates that this resistor can maximum dissipate 0.25 watt of power. So if the current exceed and in the resistor, and the power dissipation try to become more than 0.25, then your resistor can blow off. So this resistor power dissipation rating is very important. Depending upon your application, you can use a higher. If you are using for higher power applications, then your power rating will be more. And as the power rating increases, the size of the resistor is also increases. And this is also very important, that resistors are not polarized, means it's not having any polarity, so you can connect in either way. There is no, like, it's not having plus or minus, so you can connect in either of the direction. There are another type of resistor which are called as potentiometer. Potentiometer is nothing but a variable. There are different types, right? So this is nothing but what, some of the type of the variable resistor. See, this potentiometer, if you see the power supply, if you see the power supply, in power supply the knob is there. That knob is nothing but, if the knob has broken, you can see this lid is nothing but what, a knob is connected to this lid. So if a knob is broken, you can see that behind the knob, actually there is a potentiometer. So by changing the potentiometer, the voltage is changing. So depending upon that, you can use it in your applications. Capacitor is nothing but, it is a component which is used to store the charge for some amount of time. Capacitor is storing the charge in electric field, and the value of the capacitor, the unit for the capacitor is farad, Normally the capacitor value is mentioned in picofarad or microfarad. Micro is 10 raised to minus 6 and pico is 10 raised to minus 12. This is a very basic equation. I is equals to C dV by dt. This is a current equation for capacitor, and this is the symbol for the capacitor. See, this symbol and this symbol, there is a difference. This having the polarity. Now there are different types of capacitors are available: Miller capacitance, monolithic capacitor, ceramic capacitor, electrolytic capacitor. See, out of this, the main difference between the electrolytic and the rest of the capacitor is that the electrolytic capacitor is having the polarity. So this, you can see this black marking. This black mark is nothing but what? A cathode of the capacitor. So electrolytic capacitor, and the very important thing, that capacitor value, see, ceramic, there are some formulas also for these capacitor values. Ceramic ke liye there is a formula, but for rest of, for this electrolytic capacitor, you can see what is written over here. It is written 16 volt 220 microfarad. So if you buy a capacitor, so in a capacitor you need to mention capacitor value. You need to mention, the shopkeeper, the capacitor value and its voltage rating. So as the voltage rating of the capacitor increases, the size of the capacitor is increases. The best, if you want to see the capacitor, you can see in your fan, where a very big capacitor in, which is in farad, it is used to control the speed of a fan. So, and you can also observe on a motherboard there are small capacitor. So those capacitors also you can observe. Capacitor rating is nothing but, as I said, it is having a voltage. Along with the farad, you need to mention a voltage rating. So when you buy a capacitor, you need to mention these two things. Inductor is nothing but, it is again, it is used to store the charge. The main difference between the inductor and the capacitor is, inductor is storing the charge in magnetic field and capacitor is storing the charge in electric field. Now the equation for inductor is V is equals to L di by dt, and if you want to see the capacitor, means any wire is having an inductor, inductance, motor windings are there, that is nothing but having a significant amount of, if you want to form an inductor, you can, if you wound a wire, right, if you take a wire and you wound it, right, it will act as a inductor. Long leads are also having some inductor. Another thing, if you want to see the inductor, is nothing but transformer. You must have seen a big transformers are there for it is used in transmission of voltage, a transmission of electrical voltage in our in our buildings. And transformers are also used in small transformers. It is used in power supplies, so it is used in chargers also. So the transformer is also formed by using the inductor only. There are different types of inductor. Inductor rating, inductor, first of all, inductor unit is Henry, and if you want to buy an inductor, you need to mention a current rating of an inductor. So another component is diode. Diode, PN junction diode, you must have studied in your 12th, or you will be again studying in your physics. So diode may basically, it needs 0.7 volt to turn on the diode. So diode is having, I'm very sorry here, it is this is anode and this is cathode. And see, there are three different symbols. This is nothing but what? A symbol for LED. What is LED? Light emitting diode. You can see LED anywhere, everywhere, right, where you can have a display. And this is nothing but a Zener diode. And in there are, it's having different, see, LED is having different material of use for manufacturing, hence it is emitting the light. And there are different ratings of voltage, like how much maximum current it can tolerate, how much maximum forward voltage is required to turn it on, then how much reverse voltage it can tolerate, how much reverse leakage current it can allow. LED, one thing I want to discuss, that LED is, there are LED voltage drops. See, please remember, LED doesn't need only 0.7 volt. It needs voltage depending upon the color. So you can see White LED is taking around 3.6 volt to turn it on. So thank you so